Hey everybody, it's Jay again. Today I'm on a bit of an adventure. We're going down to the beach to see how much plastic we can collect. I'm going by canoe because the beach we're getting to is really remote, and I have my son Lewis with me. Let me show you the canoe. There it is, and there's Lewis. Alright Lou, and then we're going to head all the way down the river here, right the way down to the estuary at the end, and that's hopefully where we'll find our plastic collect. We'll see you when we get down there. Hey you lot, that was quite exciting. I enjoyed that. What an adventure. Well, we're down on the beach at the end of the river and we're about to start looking for some plastic. Now the plastic gets washed up into strand lines. That's where the tide comes up and stops and leaves all the plastic in that place. Now for every single bit of plastic I find on the beach here, there is going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of bits of plastic out in the ocean. So without further ado, we're going to go and head over to a strand line over here and we'll go and start picking up the plastic. Once we've done that, we'll have a little look at what we collected and have a little bit of a chat about where it's come from and what the problem is, eh? Alright, see you in a minute. Right then guys, cool, it's bright. Oh, that's better. Oh, do I look good? Yes, I do. Looking fine. Okay, we've gone our strand line right up here. Here's our strand line. I reckon this strand line was from the winter. It's a long way up from the sea. One of the great things about everybody being locked down is that there isn't much rubbish on our beaches, but this stuff's left over from the winter, and we found quite a lot here. So Lewis is going to wander along. We're going to pick some stuff up, and when we get to the end, we'll have a look at what we've collected and have a chat a little bit about where it's come from and what the problem is with it being here. All right, Lewis, are you ready?
Yep.
Okie dokie, let's hunt. Plastic hunting. Oh, first bit.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well done, Lewis. Putting it in our bags. This stuff's going to come home with us.
And actually, this bag came off the beach.
Yeah. Oh, well done, Lou. That's awesome.
We found it. Oh, cool stuff.
Cool stuff, Lewis. Leave the cool stuff behind until. Oh, Lou, reverse, reverse.
I'm bad at looking.
Lewis, go backwards.
Reverse,
look. Look.
Well, that's quite
yes, that's right. And what's another one in there? All right. Yeah. Okay. Good. Those little tiny bits of plastic are really, really important. They're the stuff that's going to get into our food chain, get eaten by the creatures. And big bits of...
They kill tortoises, and I bet you like tortoises.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true, Lewis. Lewis, your eyes are useless.
They are.
There we are. And what the big bits of plastic, Lewis? What happens to them if they get mashed up in the sea?
They get smaller.
Yeah, that's right. They do. Yeah, brill.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, Lewis. the size of that one. Dude, what's happening? Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Is he going to spat? Is he going to spot?
I'm not that bad.
But the thing is, every single little bit. Oh, hang on, look, cool thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. We'll come back for that one. We're going to focus on the plastic now. Yeah, go on, Lou, get that one. Amazing. Keep going. Oh, string. There's a lot of string, eh?
Yeah.
I wonder where that comes from. Have you got any ideas, Lou?
It probably comes from trawlers. Or
Trawlers, fishing boats.
Yes, or it's from baler twine, so it could be from farms.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think probably a lot of fishing stuff. Hey, you're getting better now, Lewis.
Thank you. If
Whoa!
anyone can figure out what that is, tell me.
What's that? Another cool thing. Okay, keep going, boy.
Oh, birds can also die. Birds can also die by this kind of stuff. They use it for their nest, then their chicks will eat it, and over time it will kill them slowly.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the chicks get tangled up in it in the nest, don't they? And they can't fly at the end of it. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Getting to the big thing that I have spotted.
What big fish? Oh, that big thing. Yeah, all right. Okay, keep going. Focus, Lou. Keep focusing. Nice. It's that one. Ah, he didn't miss it, guys. I thought he was going. Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Ha!
He's getting better. Yes. Awesome. What's that? Cat food?
Yes, gourmet. I wanted to say.
Oh, that's those swimming cats. Sticks.
Flick stick. Let's see if I can do it. No, I can't.
All right, Luke, focus.
Yes, focus.
Focus. There we go. All right, and I think, you know what? We'll just stop there at that nice big bit. We'll talk to you in a minute. All right, guys. Yes. Well, we've carried on and we've collected loads and loads of plastic from our strand lines down here. We did it for about 20 minutes, really. That's all you need to do. And we've collected a couple of bags. Now, a couple of things that I just want to talk to you about before we head back up the stream in our canoe and get home. Number one is that if everybody did a small bit of plastic collecting, so let's say every time you go to the beach you just collected a couple of bits and put it in a bin, that would add up to an absolute massive amount of plastic.
It would.
Indeed it would, Lewis, yes. Imagine how many people are in your town. And now you imagine that those people went out and they collected 100 bits of plastic. That'd be easy peasy. Lewis and I have done hundreds already in our 20 minutes, I reckon. So imagine how much plastic that would add up to. It would make a massive difference. And that's a really good news thing, because although we don't make a great difference by doing our little bit today, not in a global sense, not in a worldwide sort of way. If everybody in the world did a little tiny weeny bit, it would add up to a massive, massive deal. And that'd save the planet, guys.
It would.
Saving the planet. Whoop! Yes. Okay, now, but I do need to tell you about something that's pretty scary. And scientists have just started to see this happening. I've given you the good news. I've told you how to solve it. So now I suppose if I tell you something scary, it won't be too bad, I guess. The thing is that when plastic gets into the ocean, it smashes up. It becomes tiny little bits of plastic. They call it microplastics. It's also in things like toothpastes and stuff like that. These tiny little grains of plastic, and it all gets into the ocean. And when it gets into the ocean, animals start to eat it. And there are chemicals in the plastic that stops those tiny creatures having babies. Now, if the little tiny creatures in the oceans, the krills and the planktons, stop having babies, they're going to go, Lewis, what's the word when an animal stops, when an animal dies out?
Croaks.
Croaks. That's awesome. No.
Extinction.
Extinction. High five. Croaks. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is very serious, Lewis. When an animal becomes extinct, it's no longer there. Now, there are creatures in the ocean that only eat those tiny little things. Can you think of any of those, guys? Let me give you a minute, and then I'm going to ask Lewis, see if he can give him a bit of time to see if he can think of one. Yeah, all right, Lewis, give us one.
Dolphins.
Dolphins. Well, they sort of eat the fish, really.
They eat the fish,
the planktons.
Cod.
Cod.
Cod eat plankton.
Some of them do, yeah. I'm thinking about the big, huge, great big.
God, it's cool. Blue whale.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whales, yeah. Those big whales, you see them, don't you? It's just hoovering up massive amounts of krill and things like that. And of course, the little tiny fish eat them, don't they? This is what you were saying, wasn't it, Lou? Little tiny creatures eat it, and then bigger creatures eat them, and bigger creatures eat them, don't they? And Lewis, here's a school question for you, since you're not at school anymore. What do we call that thing? It's a food
chain.
Yes, high five. Food chain, you're absolutely right. It's a food chain, and therefore that chemical that's in that tiny little creature starts to go up through the food chain, and each species in that food chain then runs the risk of, as Lewis puts it, croaking it.
Yes.
Going extinct. Now, you guys, and Lewis in a minute, what is at the top of the most, in fact all of the food chains on our planet? Lewis, what is it?
Humans.
Humans! Absolutely right. So serious actually, guys, for a minute. So hey, if we don't put a stop to this problem, not only do all the creatures die by getting tangled up, cut in, you know, we've seen the whales full of plastic and the birds tangled in their nests and all of those really, really sad things. We've seen the turtles choking on plastic bags because they think they're jellyfish and that's what they love to eat. But we run this risk, and this risk is of all the species on our planet and in our oceans ending up being poisoned, and eventually, of course, it's us as well. And you guys, there's no point in just saying, that's it, I'm never eating fish again, because it doesn't work like that, does it, hey? Imagine the seagull eats the fish, the seagull flies over the field, seagull poos in the field, the broccoli grows in the field, that chemical's in the broccoli. We are in trouble also, if we don't sort it out.
When I'm just say this.
Yeah, go.
If anyone out there like penguins,
yeah,
there's been a decrease in penguins, not just because of climate change, but also because of the amount of plastic the penguin chicks are eating. And who likes to see dead penguins? They're just the cutest animals in the world.
That's very true. That's very true. Are they? You mean that mum's feeding them plastics or animals that have got plastics in, so that chemical is poisoning them?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Guys, thanks for listening. That's absolutely brilliant. We're gonna head back up the river now. Feeling quite good about ourselves, doing our little bit more adventuring to come today, and I'll see you again when we get home. We'll have a little look at the plastics that we've collected when we get back. All right, Lewis, nice one. High five. Hey guys, there you go, sun's better this way. Ah yes, even better. We were just on our way back and we came across this fence line here. Can you see Lewis over there? Yeah, there he is. Absolutely ram-packed with plastic and litter in the river. Come down the river, I guess, or up from the sea, whichever. It's absolutely rammed, so we're going to collect another bag full. Yes! Get in! Just going to do a little bit of a flyby of this strand line. Yeah, that's a good bit of rope, Lou. Bit of a flyby of this strand line before we clean it up. Check it out. What's that? Pair of gloves. I wonder if that came from the work they're doing on the bridge over there. Man, this is rammed, this strand line. We're gonna fill a bag. No problems at all. All right. Hey everybody! We've cleaned up this bit of a strand line. You can see it behind me there. It's not too bad. We haven't done a bad job, but still loads to collect. We'll come back tomorrow and do the rest. But as we've been collecting the plastic and the rope and stuff from this line here, we've noticed there's loads and loads of earbuds. Those little bits of plastic with cotton wool on the ends that you use to clear out your ears. Well, some people use to clear out their ears with. And we've had a bit of a competition. Lewis has stolen all of mine. So he's won, but check it out, see how many we've found. Literally 5 minutes we've found this many. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15.
And in that space.
15, Lewis reckons, in that space there. These guys have just come straight out of the toilet. People have cleaned their ears with them and then thrown them into the toilet. They've gone down the toilet, into the sewage system, through the sewage system and out into the sea. They're clean, they've got no poo and wee on them. The sewage system has done its job, it's purified the water, but these horrible bits of plastic have ended up in our ocean. And of course, once they're in the ocean, they can travel around, eh? They've moved right the way up the river, they've moved across. Yeah, Lewis is saying Gulf Stream, yeah. That's something we'll have a little chat about later on. But listen, you lot, listen, I'm just gonna have a look at you. There you are. Do not put earbuds down toilets. All right, you've been warned. Say bye, Lewis.
Bye.